Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Notre Dame Primetime Live. I am your host, Ryan Forgo, with my co-hosts Ben and Sean, back for another episode this weekend after another Notre Dame victory over number 22 Pitt, where we gave them absolute belt to ass. We are on pace at one point to actually scoring, 95 points?
Not
So we were
110.
on pace. We were on pace to get to almost 100 at one point in that game. Yeah, I mean, how are we feeling, guys? How are you guys doing?
That
Narduzzi's a fucking bitch.
No, Narduzzi's an asshole. Narduzzi's an asshole.
I mean, to be realistic, like, why not? Like, I don't hate it because it's like, I mean, you get your team momentum, you get them something to look forward to. But at the same time, it's like, fuck you. As a Notre Dame fan, like, come on, man. You didn't deserve that shit. Like,
I respect the fuck out of Freeman for the post game, just not even giving him the time of day to even talk to him. You could tell Freeman was annoyed with the calling timeout with 2 seconds left to take a shot at the end zone. It's so stupid. I get was a Freeman talked about in his press conference today, well, I'm still more upset that we gave up the touchdown.
I mean, it was 30 yards. How'd you not have them?
But, I mean, you call timeout with 2 seconds left. Come on now. What are we doing? You wanted to make the score look more respectable than it actually was.
Yeah, my big thing is that we did everything we said we had to do to dominate. We beat them on defense. We ran the ball down their throat, and we were able to beat them down the field on throws. At the end of the day, it says 37-15. Realistically, it was 37-3.
Yeah.
A shitty, dumbass play call by Mike Denbrock. That stupid fucking screen pass shit.
Which people blame Carr for that.
I can blame Carr for that because you might see the linebacker coming. And you're like, hey, I shouldn't throw this and maybe keep it. But
it's good this happened now, though. That's good this happened now.
Well,
right?
So here's my thing with the Carr.
This is the Ben game. Ben talked about it all week.
Ben did talk about it. This was going to be Carr's freshman game where he throws 2 picks.
Yeah, this was his worst game of his season. If it's on the coaching staff, if it's on Carr, it's the worst.
To be fair, USC and Pitt were probably his 2 biggest games after the losses and his 2 worst. So that is ooh.
I don't blame the USC game completely on him because I think if we really relied on the throw of the football, it would have ended better.
So can we give a round of – let's all 3 of us, ready? Let's give credit and say I am sorry. Not sorry for the reactions early on, but saying we're proud about how a certain defensive coordinator, Chris Ash, has been performing lately. Come on. Give me a little round of applause.
Chris Ash did 9/11.
Chris Ash, give him credit. He's been doing pretty damn good lately.
I think
I'm not. If we make the playoffs, I'll say something different, but I'm not saying that right now.
I think he's improved. I still think the performances in the first 2 games were unacceptable.
Yeah, I think,
and I get it. He ran a completely new. He brought in the first 2 weeks a completely new different defense, running more zone. You had he had to figure out what he had to work with. Who we didn't know until a couple games into the year that Tay Johnson was a freaking beast. We didn't know that Jalen Stroman
that was one of my biggest recruit calls. If you remember from 2 years ago, man, we were hype on
that.
But
we didn't know that Jalen Stroman was going to be complete dog shit to start the year.
Can I say this too? I did say on the podcast that he went to my high school and that every one of my friends said he was complete shit. And I was like, I don't believe you. Right? I mean, I don't believe you. But everyone
he was an All-American. He was an All-American at Virginia Tech. But I
don't think he's bad. I think he's a pretty good tackler. I just think in coverage he kind of lacks a little bit. But I very impressed with how the defense is performing as of late. They're doing exactly what they need to do. So credit to Chris Ash for finally tuning something. I mean, Al Golden struggled at first a little bit, right? Wasn't this bad? Yeah. Was it this bad? No. But there were some growing pains with Al Golden, right? So I at least it's not a situation where we have a certain offensive coordinator who didn't improve the whole year and then Gerard Parker and went to Troy afterwards. Thank you. And I'm glad it's not a situation like that.
There's a conspiracy, aka I heard one singular person, but the person I heard say it, I trust very much with these opinions, that maybe Marcus Freeman has a lot to do with the defense and how the defense is doing. Like he might be calling plays now, or more be giving Ash a set of plays to call, and like shading away from other plays. That's something I've heard. And the more we play, the more I believe it. Just because the Navy game, statistically speaking, when a coach calls their first defensive game against Navy, it does not end well. Like I know Marcus Freeman had a really good one, but that was because he played Navy when he was at UC. So I think that has to do with it a little bit. It wouldn't shock me if Freeman's a little bit involved in Ash.
I do think I think Freeman stepped in after the A&M, or actually probably after the Purdue game.
He probably put training wheels on, but I think he's slowly starting to take them off as the weeks go on, right?
Well, to me, it looks a lot like we're playing a lot more Al Golden style of defense. Like
that's because they're looking good.
Well, no, but like we're
a lot
blitzing
more press
more.
man. We're blitzing a lot more. We're getting home a lot more too. We're running more gadgets, things like that. Realistically, Chris Ash might be the actual play caller, but it's probably like Freeman's telling him like, "Hey, let's stop running stupid shit we know isn't gonna work." Because there's some shit like during the Miami game, I could have sat there and told you, "Oh, really? We let Malachi Toney just sit in the fucking open part of the field while we're not getting pressure? Oh, we're not gonna get a stop there? Like no shit.
We're gonna sit back in zone."
June said, I think it's probably Purdue halftime.
Purdue halftime,
which I do wonder, because I do wonder like I think some of it might be cash, like under Freeman and under Golden, I don't remember us dropping a defensive end into coverage. Like, I don't ever remember Bryce Young or like when we had Foskey. I don't remember Foskey dropping back into coverage. Like, I thought that was interesting.
The Viper
We were confusing the shit out of Mason Heisel, who I still think he played like dog shit Saturday, but I still think that kid's super talented. I just think that
his big thing was he was getting pressured, and exactly what Mason Heisel did is if you look back, what did I say about Marcel Reed? Marcel Reed's a young guy. He hasn't played a lot of snaps. We need to go out there and confuse the shit out of him and send pressure. Because if we get him on his back foot, if we get him out of the pocket, it's got to force bad throws, and that's what happened. St. Johnson wasn't really one of those things, but the Don Schuler was one of those things.
Yeah,
and the first drive, Pitt looked really good. That dropped pass, that was perfect, and then the hit by Schuler completely changed the direction of the game, right?
I think that if
Jeremiah passes, they probably score.
I think the Don Schuler hit and the Jeremiah Love run.
Oh my God, that was a video game.
It was just
enjoy this.
The Jeremiah Love run. The Jeremiah Love run. That I think that had the same impact on Pitt as his 98-yard touchdown did against Indiana. I think it's just a backbreaker. Like it just breaks.
Enjoy Love while we have them for the next 2 guaranteed games to 3. Yeah. I mean, this is
that was see his last game at Notre Dame Stadium.
Yeah. What's weird is when he did the spin
move, he didn't slow
down.
I'm gonna cry, dude.
They're gonna be like senior Jeremiah Love. There's Rod Verville. Oh wait, he's
like real quick. Does he run out? Dude, because I know they let.
He might. Like you got to talk about it. I think you might.
He does.
Like
they did it for BMO.
Like who was? No, BMO didn't walk.
They've done it before with juniors.
They've done it before with juniors.
They've done it twice, right? If I'm not mistaken.
There's players that have done it twice, but that's usually redshirt seniors and then redshirt juniors, and then they come back and play the redshirt seniors.
Like estimate.
I will say this: what we saw, and one thing I brought up, and Frable, you might remember. I don't remember if Sean. It might have been one of the ones Sean wasn't here. It was right after the A&M game. I said that unless we see something change in our captains, we're going to be a 9-3 team or maybe an 8-4 team. And what happened?
I've been
Drake Bowen has become a lot better in pass coverage. We're doing a lot better overall. Don Schuler's becoming that wrecking crew that we need him to be. That I'm gonna go blow this shit up. No more of this pussyfoot shit. If we had that Don Schuler in the Miami game, we win. Like we know that.
Dude, if we had that at Don Schuler, that cracked that Pitt receiver on that one-handed, oh my God, that's a hospital ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like and that's the thing is, I think that's why I kind of agree with what Ben said, where it's like I think Marcus Freeman has a little bit more because Don Schuler's playing more aggressive than he has all year. Drake Bowen, they're not thinking anymore. They're not sitting there being hesitant about shit. They're reading, reacting, and it's quick. They're not.
But that's what we got. That's what we got last year out of Kaiser, out of Watson. Like Watson and Kaiser got better. Watson was just fucking amazing by the end of the year. Kaiser got way better throughout the year, and it led to players around him getting better. KVA is playing better.
KVA, in my opinion,
KVA had a pretty good first 2 weeks.
KVA, in my opinion, this is going to be a hot take because we have Leonard Moore. KVA is our best defensive player.
I put him second.
I think
actually I put him third. I put him third. Traore, Booby.
Yeah. I don't know. KVA.
Talent wise, I think KVA is better than Bubakor. Talent wise,
like just raw talent. Yeah.
I mean, when he became a recruit, Ryan,
when you look at what Booby,
like, this guy
when you look at what
to be the best linebacker we've had in a long time.
But when you look at how Traore is doing better, the whole D line around him is doing better because they're focusing so much on him. It's allowing other guys to succeed. Burnham's succeeding. Someone who's shockingly not succeeding, I only bring him up because his name got brought up this week because of the dropped interception. Chase Young has not done shit this year.
Who?
Yeah.
Bryce Young has not done shit this year. Wrong NFL player. Fuck. Bryce Young has not done shit this year. And he plays fucking, yeah.
So,
he was going
to be Jordan Botello, too.
Jordan Botello, I give the excuse from coming off an injury.
But Bryce Young, we've talked about this, I want to say in the group chat. I think the reason we haven't seen the breakout year we expected from Bryce Young is because they had him put on 25, 30 pounds. And he's
we had so many injuries. And I think when he came in, there was no one else, and Bubakor was hurt. All these players were hurt, and now they're back, right? So I think he's maybe not playing as much as he did during that run.
But I also think, I don't know about you guys, to me, he's not as quick. He doesn't have that quick first step that he had last year. Like, you remember that play where he just completely obliterated the Indiana left tackle? Like, it was no chance.
I think that has to do a lot with one, playing time. He got a lot more playing time last year than this year. And two, film on him. He was the number one. Like, let's be real here. On our D line, every single game, you talked about Bryce Young because we had guys get hurt. And Uncle Jude say he's outgrown the end position. He has to play inside now. He can't play on the outside anymore.
To me, why did we have him put on weight? Like, if we wanted him
because we needed inside pressure because we didn't know what was going to happen. He's also has he gotten taller? He might have gotten taller. I can't really tell height on the field.
He got an inch taller from last
year. But that's the other thing. Like, we needed that. I think what happened was that they asked Bryce Young, "Hey, you have a great shot to be one of the best defensive linemen in Notre Dame history. But what we need for you, our question is, do you want to be one of the best in Notre Dame history, or do you want to be best in college football history? Do you want to be one of the best of all time?" I think Bryce Young, if he's that tall, he could maybe be a pretty good DT or be an inside edge rusher that just obliterates left guards.
Or no, like college. But I think, too, let's think about this, though. Let's just say Bubakor goes to the draft. Who's going to be that other outside presence?
Rodney Dunham. Probably Rodney Dunham or Iwatade is probably going to start.
Is Junior Tuihalamaka leaving?
I think Junior's done. He's a senior. Junior's done.
But does he have eligibility? I know Jordan's done, but I think Junior has
Junior's done. Junior's done, I think. I can double check that.
He missed last season, didn't he?
No, he played. Junior
Tuihalamaka. I thought he was redshirted.
Oh, I might be wrong. Here, wait. Oh shit, where'd it go? There's a website that says all this. Thanks, Uncle Jim, for giving me this website.
Uncle Jim said, I don't know if Andy had him gain weight or that he did it naturally.
Hey, Uncle Jim, you get that rain in Phoenix today?
Fucking Phoenix kids. You're a transplant, Sean. You're not even a real Phoenixer.
But yeah, I do think I think Bryce Young's
But yeah, you're not from Phoenix, right, Sean?
No, I just moved here.
Yeah, transplant.
All right, guys, let's talk about, we'll go back, but with the ranking show starting soon, let's talk about our predictions before it starts.
What do you mean it starts soon? We got 5 minutes of this damn game left. Like,
oh my God, we're doing it after the fucking Purdue game?
No, the Kentucky game.
Oh, okay.
No, I thought they would put it on ESPN2 or something.
No, they do it in between games during the classic. I thought they were doing it before the game.
It's stupid. It's.
I thought the game already ended. We're not gonna. It's not gonna be 8:30.
I'll be honest. I hate the fact that I hate when we're at this time and they're like ESPN's. Yeah, everybody wants to wait until after the first college basketball game to know what the rankings are. I'm sorry for all the basketball schools out there that your football season's been over, but it's still football season. Nobody gives a shit about Kentucky, Michigan State.
No, it's a good way to keep it's a good way to keep the sports aligned. It's just they need to play the game at 6 p.m. so that you have a little bit in between. It's not like, oh, we have to wait for the game to end. Like, you know what I mean? And then of course if it goes into double overtime or something like that, that's whatever.
Miami and Notre Dame in the playoffs will be. I think. Oh, if we get a rematch, I think we beat the shit out of Miami.
I want to say this.
I'm not going to say that because last time we said that we lost.
Well, yeah, different team.
I agree, but let's talk about this. You know, I'll say my predictions. I'll give you right now. What I want versus think is different, and I'll tell you why. Ben, I told this Ryan pre-show. I said if Notre Dame is 9, you're very comfortable and confident if you're in front of Alabama. 8, don't think happens. Some people said that. If they're 10, there's a little worry unless an upset or two happens that if Miami starts to creep up. Now, I don't think they're going to jump Vandy or Utah unless they lose. But if they're close enough where they either can swap them or if BYU wins the Big 12 or Cincinnati wins the Big 12 and Texas Tech ends up having 2 losses, will they fall? There is a little worrisome with the 10 spot instead of the 9 spot. So I'm very intrigued of what the committee is going to do tonight. But I think it'll be 1 Ohio State, 2 Indiana, 3 A&M, 4 Georgia. I think they're going to put Ole Miss at 5. 6 Oregon.
You think they're going to keep Ole Miss? I would drop Ole Miss after that performance this week.
What? No.
Yeah,
I would. No, dude. Oh my God. This is shit that This is shit that happens. This is SEC shit. Go ahead.
7. No, I'm sorry. 6 Texas Tech, 7 Oregon. I think Texas Tech will be 6.
I would.
7 Oregon. I think it's going to be 8 Oklahoma. I think it's going to be 9 Alabama, 10 Notre Dame. I'd like for that to be swapped. And then I think it'll be BYU and Vanderbilt, with the last 2 playoff spots technically being Miami, but Georgia Tech for me. And then I think it's going to be JMU. Yes. So
here's my thing.
I'm from Virginia, so I'd like to see
that. Here's my top. Okay.
Go ahead, Ben. Go ahead, Ben.
I have Ohio State. I'm just doing my top 12. I'm not doing my whole thing. I have even though I did that one time. Ohio State, I have them at 1, 2 Indiana, 3 A&M. I have Georgia going to 4. I have Tech going to 5. I have Oklahoma. Actually, no, I have Ole Miss going to 7. Then I have Oklahoma going to 8.
What's 6?
And then Ole Miss going to 6. I mean, Oklahoma going to 7. Okay. Because you got Texas at 5. I have Oklahoma going to 7. I have Oregon staying at 8. I have us staying at 9, and then and this is what I think they'll do, not what I think should happen. And then I have Bama going to 10, and then JMU I have, and then I think Miami will be the highest ranked ACC, even though realistically Georgia Tech will probably be the ACC champs.
My question to you before Ryan goes into his, whether we think the should or will, if Notre Dame is 9 versus 10, that's a big difference in what it looks like for the playoffs. Am I correct?
If they put us in front of Alabama, they're saying this. They're saying Alabama has the opportunity to prove they're better than Notre Dame if they outperform Notre Dame these final 2 weeks of the season with Auburn and FCS school. And then if Notre Dame, steps up again, like let's say we slip against Syracuse, maybe we only win by a certain amount of points.
Yeah,
and then
the only way they
I think they're saying it like that.
Right, that's the only way. I think the only way Alabama. I don't think they'll jump if they're behind us. If they beat an FCS school and we beat Syracuse and then we beat Auburn or Stanford and
I think the only way they're realistically got to jump is winning the SEC championship.
Yes.
But I think what they're going to end up doing is they're going to tell Alabama or kind of show it. They're not going to say shit to Alabama, but they're going to show Alabama like, hey, right now you're in the playoffs. Like you just went out. Even if you lose the SEC championship, we're going to put you in. The only school that has their chance of losing right now is maybe Oregon. I think Oregon, if they lose to USC, Oregon could be out of the playoffs. Because now you look at Oregon as a whole. There are two lost Big Ten school with no power top 25 wins now. Before USC was going to be their best win. Iowa might be in the top 25 after this week. They really shouldn't. They're not that good. They're a great defense like usual. The offense is terrible.
Yeah, so here's mine.
So, yeah.
Ryan thinks Oklahoma could fall and lose to Missouri.
They could. They really could, but I don't think it'll happen.
I think so. Here's mine. I have Ohio State at 1. Last week I had A&M at 1, but after South Carolina, I dropped A&M a spot, moved Ohio State up because they're just giving belt to everybody. Indiana didn't move. I still have them at 3. Georgia I have up moving up a spot. Texas Tech moved up 2 for me. I have Texas Tech moving ahead of Ole Miss because they completely obliterated a bad team. Meanwhile, Ole Miss struggled with a bad team at home, by the way. Oregon, same thing. They completely obliterated a 6-1 Minnesota team. I like that more than Ole Miss.
You have Miami at 11?
I have Miami at 11. No, I've had Miami at 11. I think they're better than BYU, Georgia Tech, and Vanderbilt, and Utah. I think that's just mine. Like I'm not saying
this is yours, not what you think will happen.
Yeah. I also moved USC up 4 spots for getting a ranked win against Iowa.
If they move USC up to 12, and we're gonna be above Alabama and Oklahoma, I don't think that's gonna happen. Because then they're saying, "Oh, we think Notre Dame has a top 12 win, a win against the team that could make the playoffs." I think they're going to put USC at 14 or 15.
Yeah, I think
they're going to do that.
I moved Oklahoma ahead of us, right? Because I think they got to win against the number 4 team in the country. Mm-hmm. I moved Bama down 6 spots.
God,
and that seems like a lot, but here's my thing. Now that they have 2 losses, that Florida State loss comes back into play.
They did beat multiple ranked teams
and,
in a row.
Yes, but the Florida State loss.
But we saw it last year, Sean. We saw it last year. They showed that they don't they see the ranked wins. They see it. But they will hurt you for having bad losses. Same way they hurt realistically, if you take out NIU and you replace that with
same thing, they hurt you with bad wins. Like JMU. They're hurting them because they don't have any good wins. They have bad wins.
But what I'm saying, if you take out NIU and let's say you replace it with Louisville, and we still go 11-1, we're probably number 5, the 5 seed, but instead we end up being the 7 seed.
Yeah.
And here's my thing. I've argued.
If we lost to Texas A&M the first week and we won 11 straight games, we probably end up the 5 seed. But keep going.
I've argued with Alabama and Oklahoma fans about this. The thing that annoys the shit out of me is when people try to bash Notre Dame, right? It's your resume. They don't, and then when you ask them, okay, what about resume? Well, we don't want to talk about the losses. We're just only going to talk about the wins. I don't understand why, especially people in the group chat like Cornwall. Well, Cornwall only gives a shit about who you beat. He doesn't care about if you lost to a trash team or not. Which realistically,
Cornwall guy is.
Yeah, that
same person cares if you lose to a bad team, though.
Yeah,
so my big thing is this, and I feel like this conversation probably has to do with strength of schedule. I think that's a Big Ten guy. I might be wrong. Is he the Penn State fan?
Yeah, he defended a certain guy. We won't say that name.
Okay, keep going. Whatever. It probably has to do with the strength of schedule. Did you argue with Ohio State's strength schedule or IU's strength schedule?
I argued IU.
Oregon.
I said that.
So he probably what he's probably going to say is that winning at Kinnick is, or however the fuck you say the damn Kinnick Stadium, is so fucking hard. But realistically, Oregon has not beaten an actual competitive top 10 team there, a team that finished in the top 10, since 2000. They haven't won a game there since 2000 against a team that finished in the top 10. Another thing, or not Oregon, Iowa. Another thing, Iowa lost to USC. So at the end of the day, Notre Dame's best or third hardest game is better than IU's second hardest game. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, that's how it works. And then if USC beats Oregon, Notre Dame's third hardest game is better than IU's first hardest game. I don't think it'll happen, but if it does.
Like, again, here's my thing. I think people get caught up in
it being at USC's big.
I think they swap. It's at Oregon. I think people move goalposts depending on the team, right? I think that's the problem. Changed. I think the goalposts get moved. When we're talking about Alabama and you bring up Florida State, that was week 1. Definitely, they have different records now. But when you bring up Notre Dame, Miami, it's that game has to matter. Notre Dame lost that game. It gets annoying because people are just idiotic at times when you're trying to realize you can't say Notre Dame, Miami matters and Alabama, Florida State doesn't matter. Both games happened.
Here's my big thing. I think it's really showing true and tall how the committee's got to see the ACC. Boston College almost beat Georgia Tech this past week. I understand people are going to say, Notre Dame played close to Georgia Tech. Notre Dame was never down against Georgia Tech or never down against Boston College.
We never give up 34 points to Georgia.
We also didn't give up 30, and we also didn't take it down to a game-winning field goal. That shows you, like, hey, Georgia Tech, like, yeah, they're a top team. Like, they'll probably make the playoffs because they'll win the ACC. But realistically,
so I want to bring this up. Ben, are you more worried if Notre Dame is 10 and not 9? I think we're, and no matter what, we've said this for weeks. However, the chances of Miami jumping us or a BYU or a Cincinnati beating Texas Tech and 2 Big 12 teams get in with us having that last at-large spot does make you nervous.
I think right now, if we are at 10, we are fine. The real question is going to be I realistically, until they show me that I don't think they're going to move Miami ahead of us the last rankings. They're going to do it before then because they're going to be like, hey, Miami, here you go. And then now don't lose that. They're not going to be like, last rankings of the regular season, they're going to jump you.
They're going to play, what's their fuck this weekend, right? Who are they playing? Virginia Tech?
Pittsburgh. Oh, wait, no, they played Virginia Tech, yeah. They played Virginia Tech. They end the season with Pittsburgh.
And right, if they might be 2 spots back, and then they beat Pitt, and then we beat Stanford, and then, it's just like where
if we got 10 at halftime with Stanford, I say what's already a better win than Miami had.
You think? Now, I asked you this. Was this game, because I've never in my life have seen a game, and I know it's happened before, but it was like 20 years. I've seen a game played this late. Was it strategic to where Notre Dame is not being watched the last week?
I think it got moved to 10:30 for 3 reasons. One, Stanford, they wanted to give Stanford a night game against their considered rival. 2, they wanted Notre Dame to be at night, and then they couldn't fit into the 7:30 spot. Yeah. I think it's the ACC. Also has a lot to do with it as well. It would not shock me if the ACC really decided, like, we don't want Notre Dame to be taking away viewership from our other games, like a Pitt, Miami. Like, if Pitt, Miami at the same time as Notre Dame, Stanford, people are going to watch Pitt, people aren't going to watch Pitt, Miami. They're going to watch Notre Dame, Stanford.
All right, the game is over.
That's for Miami fans.
Rankings are about to start.
All right. I also want to say this really quick because I've had this, and I'm sure you've seen it too, Ben, online. Miami fans beating their chest about a halftime score against NC State as like a reason that, we played NC State better than Notre Dame did. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. It gets so tiresome arguing with Miami fans. And here's my thing. Adam brought up Miami's the only threat. I don't think so.
Count out.
I don't care. I don't think Miami. Here's the way. You look at how the committee has viewed the ACC. They have Miami behind Utah, BYU, And who else is the other one? Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt.
They have told you.
Vandy is not making the playoffs.
But they have told you. They have told you that they think Vanderbilt's better than Miami. Like they've told you that they think Utah, a 2-loss Big 12 team that got their ass beat in both games, is better than Miami.
If Miami jumps either of those, that's when you like.
That's my thing. I think a lot of people are seeing, oh, Miami was the ACC team in. They think, oh, Miami's going to be 11th. No, Miami was 11th in the bracket. They were 14 overall in the whole, or 15 overall in the whole thing. If Andy wins out and Utah wins out and BYU loses Cincinnati,
Miami doesn't have a big win.
They only have one win, and that's us. And they've already shown that they're not going to give Miami the glory to God for beating Notre Dame week 1. Like, they've already shown that.
Are we going to see Navy or Pitt ranked this week?
Navy should be. If Navy's not ranked, then we riot. If Pitt probably should not. Pitt looked terrible.
Pitt beat Georgia Tech, they will be.
Hold on. I also think you got to look at Navy. What was Miami's second best win? USF. Navy beat South Florida.
Navy just dominated USF or beat South Florida. They were dominating the first half.
Here we go. Rankings time.
All right, boys. Let's see.
Okay, Sean has a boner. Sean has a boner. You can see it poking through his jeans.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, jeez.
But, yeah, I do think – I think what it's going to come down to –
Bricked up. Golden bricked.
I think, for me, the only way Miami makes the playoff, they have to win the ACC. That's the only way I think they get in.
Also, an update, Boubacar Traore is a sophomore.
Red shirt. Sophomore red shirt.
Red shirt sophomore, yes.
That means if he goes to the draft.
But if he goes to the draft, that's a real question.
Who's Tui Alamaka? What's Tui Alamaka?
1 second.
You look this up. I think he has 1 year left of eligibility.
Tuli. Is he a linebacker? No, he's a D-line.
What are these parrots? What the fuck is going on?
Junior?
Also,
no, Junior is a senior.
No eligibility at all?
No eligibility. He's a red shirt, or he's a basic senior. He hasn't used a red shirt.
Man,
Elijah Hughes though, he is a junior. The guy who else is going to be good this year. He sucked.
USC said he was dog shit. By the way.
Well, he fucked USC the fuck up. His one good game every year is going to be that USC game. I already said it. What the fuck? Why they got fucking the Jimmy Buffett birds on the screen? What the fuck?
Well, right now I'm looking at this guy with a football and a Jaguars uniform.
What is going on?
That looks like Ben right there. Take it.
But while we wait, are we kind of in agreement there that I think the only way Miami makes it is if they win the ACC?
No.
I think they could still make it with a.
I think if Vanderbilt loses to Tennessee, Oregon loses to USC, I think there's a chance they could get in as an at-large. I still think there's a chance the committee could be like, "Fuck you, Notre Dame" at the very end. But how they've been, I don't think it'll happen. It depends on Notre Dame tonight.
You really think after championship Sunday or Saturday, when they're coming out?
I already told you guys. I've already given my opinion on this. If we are ranked in the playoffs going into championship Saturday, we're in the playoffs. You're not going to unrank us.
But here's my thing. You think they're going to
unless if certain things happen? But keep going.
They're going to watch a Georgia Tech versus Virginia or Georgia Tech versus Pitt, and they're going to sit there and be like, Miami's not playing. Yeah, we're going to put Miami in at 10-2, who couldn't even make the ACC championship. Like, you're in such a trash conference, and you couldn't even make it to your conference.
Well, I think they're gonna. Well, I think they're gonna. Well, one, it would be Georgia Tech, Virginia, realistically.
Yeah,
or SMU. Or
SMU.
Nobody knows.
Yes,
we'd rather Virginia because SMU beat Miami.
Right now, out of Georgia Tech, SMU, Virginia, and forget the other school. There's one more school in there. Oh, and Duke. Well, no, Pitt. They play Miami at the end. If Miami, this involves Miami winning out.
Duke lost.
No, Duke lost one. They've only have one conference loss.
Duke just lost to Virginia again.
They have one conference loss.
What?
One sec.
They lost
sec.
to. They also lost to Georgia Tech. Duke lost to Georgia Tech.
What was the 1 sec? No, wait. So Duke can't be 4-2. That's what it was. Duke cannot be 4-2. So all the 4-2 teams that Miami does not play has to lose one game in the next 2 weeks. In Virginia, it has to be Virginia Tech in next week because they don't play another game until Virginia Tech. Georgia Tech has to lose to
championship.
I don't fucking know. No. It's easier if they get the auto bid. But so if SMU loses another one, which they play Louisville, so they could lose that. Miami has to win out. They have to beat Pitt, which gives them that. And Pitt would be 2 losses. Then we need Pitt to beat Georgia Tech next week because Georgia Tech plays Georgia at the end of the season. It needs to be like 3 teams need to be 6-2 for them to make it. Actually, I think all the teams have to be 6-2 for them to make it.
Well, they're doing rankings.
The rankings are on right now. I'm assuming they're going to go through this quickly, I'd imagine.
Yeah, they only have like 20 minutes.
So we'll see what they go. But I do think – so prediction before we get into this. Where does Notre Dame rank tonight?
I think I want 9. I think 10.
I think 9.
I think they'll get ranked 9. I think they're going to put them at 9. I think they're going to make Alabama prove that they belong above Notre Dame.
I think they'll be at 9. I think part of it is
what if they're 8?
You can't drop Notre Dame.
We're in the fucking playoffs.
Like, think about it. If you were to drop Notre Dame a spot, you're basically telling Notre Dame we're punishing you for beating the dog shit out of a top 25 team. That's what we're telling them.
I agree.
Well, the other thing would be as well is that then
the AP and coaches poll are the same. So would they differ from that? I know it doesn't matter.
The other thing they would be doing is they would be saying that they were wrong about Pitt, because then they're saying, "Oh, Pitt's not actually a top 25 team in our opinion now."
Also, we didn't talk about this. What if Notre Dame does come in at 8? How do you feel then?
I think Notre Dame should not host.
I think that's
this year.
I think that was the highest I had this at was 8.
Yeah, I think that's
the highest we can get to.
But if we are at 8,
realistically, if we come in at 8 this week and then Oregon loses to USC, we can get to 7. And if Ole Miss loses Mississippi State, we can get to 6. But at the end of the day, I don't really give a shit. I just want to play in the fucking playoffs. I don't care. Come on.
All right, here we go.
Arizona State, Tulane. They ranked Tulane and not JMU. Wait.
That's crazy.
No, not yet.
Missouri, Illinois.
Arizona State is ranked. How?
Bro, they're trying to make Big 12 look good. Stop. They didn't beat Cincinnati.
How do they not rank JMU? That makes you think.
Virginia.
Wait, Michigan is Navy ranked?
No, Navy's not ranked.
Texas is the
same. So who's going to be ranked? North Texas?
No,
they don't have a single fucking ranked team.
Tulane is the G5 bid right now.
Oh, wait, Tulane. I forgot. Never mind. I'm done. Keep talking.
So Michigan,
they're going by this fast.
Well, yeah, they have to because there's a basketball game happening in 10 minutes.
But Virginia and Michigan did not move. That's interesting. Georgia Tech.
Michigan
makes me think Michigan barely beat Northwestern. That's understandable. Virginia is a little shocking, but they probably said that that's not a great win because Duke is not good.
Yeah.
I mean,
UConn beat.
I think this confirms USC's top 15, so I think we're fine.
There's no way that Texas now.
Texas is done. They're at 17. I think they're done.
Well, they tried to sprinkle it in during fucking the fourth quarter of the Georgia game. Well, there's a world where Texas makes it in with 9-3. Yeah, okay, Buckaroo.
All right, USC is 15. USC is 15. Wow.
Bro, you're like a step ahead of me, Fravel, you fuck. Bro, I haven't got the USC yet.
How do we feel? USC only moved up 2 spots?
That's understandable.
That's good.
No, that's understandable.
It's Miami 14. That's where we need to.
Vandy is 14.
So they're jumping Miami. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
But, okay. Well, are they jumping Miami 1 or are they jumping Miami a whole bunch? That's the real question here.
They moved him to 13. Miami is at 13.
That's fine.
Okay.
Sean, why is your mouth open like you're about to...
That's concerning. They just jumped
really
Vandy. for no
Why
reason.
did they jump Vandy? Yeah, why did they jump Vandy?
Because you have to look at it from this way. Vandy doesn't have a top 25 win now. Wait,
So
no, they
does
have a top 25 win now.
Does Vandy beat if Vandy beats Tennessee? Do they jump Miami?
Maybe.
Probably not.
Maybe.
That's fucking insane.
It depends on how they see it. It really depends on how they see it. But you gotta look at it this way. They don't have a top 25 win now.
But I don't think they're overreacting to
Missouri's unranked.
You don't
Wait,
think
was Missouri unranked?
Missouri's ranked. Missouri is ranked. Utah.
Maybe they say maybe Utah's 12. Okay, that's fine. Maybe they're saying Vandy. It might be because of how the top 25 is coming out. Because if Missouri's your best win,
Vandy has no chance now.
No, if Vandy beats Tennessee, they could still jump Miami. BYU 11.
Big. Here we are. BYU's 11. Ryan, do not say anything.
Fravel, mute yourself. Turn off your fucking camera. Turn off your camera. You ugly bitch. You ugly son of a bitch. I'm behind you too, Sean. I'm behind you too, Sean. So
please.
Number 10, Alabama after the home loss to Oklahoma falls all
let's go! We're still
fine.
We're fine. We were freaking out for no reason.
Fuck you, Alabama! We want Bama!
No, we don't!
No, we don't!
We want 2 more wins! We'll worry about the others later. Just get
fuck you, SEC. Fuck you, SEC. Suck it. Oh, man.
Where did they put Missouri?
Let's see where Notre Dame is now. Let's see.
Please put Oklahoma 8. Please put Oklahoma 9. Please put Oklahoma 9. Please. Fuck!
Yeah, we're 9.
That's fine.
That's what we figured. That's what we expected.
That would be okay. Wait, so this is my prediction. I think Oklahoma jumps a decent amount.
You think they can't jump Oregon and Ole Miss?
I think they do. I think they jump Oregon, now Ole Miss. I think they do not like Oregon right now.
Dude,
I think they're wanting Oregon to prove it.
Sean, are you feeling good now that we are at 9? Do you feel good?
They just said that it looks like they're at their ceiling, that Notre Dame is likely not going to host a game. They're going to be in their life, but they're going to be on the road week 1 of the playoffs.
That's not – see, Sean –
I would rather play a playoff game than play Pop-Tart Bowl. That's my thing. So
I would rather play a playoff
on the road at Oklahoma.
Yes,
I would love to go on the road at Oklahoma.
What happened last time we went into Norman?
Notre Dame became relevant again.
Notre Dame beat the absolute shit out of Oklahoma.
So I'm going to ask this: I feel better, but we all have to admit that it has to be a little concerning that Miami jumped Vanderbilt.
It's concerning, but I think what we're looking at is this way. It's one of two things. One, they're saying, okay, Notre Dame's now 9 in the country. Like, they're certified 9. We consider them better than Alabama. Vandy lost to Alabama. Miami beat Notre Dame. We have to put Miami above Vanderbilt at that point. Now, they're going to probably say, if Vandy beats Tennessee and they beat them convincingly, like, let's say if they beat them by 2 scores, then maybe they say, like, okay, yeah, let's put Vandy above Miami. Texas Tech to 5. I don't like that. I think
if we were 10, I would be sweating bullets. 9, I'm still very comfortable.
Real quick. If Notre Dame and Oklahoma played tomorrow, and that's the matchup, who are we taking?
Notre Dame.
I'm taking Notre Dame.
I'd have to do a full film breakdown. I'd have to go through and look at it. Purely with my gut, I would say I'd probably give Notre Dame the edge. I think Oklahoma would be betting favorites though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, at home. Yeah. So Texas Tech is at 5. So they did jump.
Texas Tech has a shot to have a bye week.
Yeah.
Wow. I think this solidifies Notre Dame's playoff spot. Though I agree. This tells you.
This tells you the community values. No, I was worried that the chairman too of college football was replaced a little bit.
Wow, they're just not going to change the top 3. That's crazy.
They really shouldn't. There's no reason.
I don't think Indiana is that good. Like,
but A&M was down 30-3. Like they
also came back down 30-3.
Indiana came back. What are we talking about?
Is anyone? Where's Navy? Navy just beat USF.
Where's Navy?
I know, that's crazy.
Hey, the CFP.
Hey, guess who's back, BYU? Your favorite Jew.
Oh, damn it.
They're in the playoffs, but not you.
Hey. Dude,
Oh, shit.
could you imagine we get a Tulane versus BYU game? That's not going to happen.
Dude, Texas Tech Tulane would be a good game.
Pop-Tart Bowl, maybe.
I actually think I'd pick Tulane to beat Texas Tech for fun. Like
I would not do that at all.
These playoff matchups are
if you do that, if you want to do that,
I think so. Here's my thing, real quick. I think if you're the committee, I think this was the right call, right? I think that's because
Jesus fucking Christ, IU beats Ohio State. I don't want to play Ohio State in the second round.
Hold on. You accomplished two things, committee, with these rankings. You rewarded Oklahoma for a hard fight, like a great win on the road in Alabama. And at the same time, you didn't use that to justify punishing Notre Dame and dropping them for a ranked win.
How upset would you be if Bama dominates?
Hold on. I do think, though, Notre Dame beating Pitt the way that they did.
You sound weird. You're better.
Better. I think Notre Dame beating Pitt the way that they did helped justify keeping them ahead of Alabama. Am I kind of on the same? Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Ben?
I think too that is there any concern that what if Alabama just needs one win to jump us again?
If Alabama beats the shit out of the Citadel and jumps us, I'm gonna be real fucking pissed. I'm gonna be really mad.
I think what they're saying up to be is this: they're telling Alabama, if you win out, you're in the playoffs. If you win the SEC championship, you host a playoff game. I think that's what they're telling Alabama.
They're talking about, hold on.
Notre Dame has lost to two teams that are ranked in our top 13.
They said
so. We really haven't compared those two teams.
Hold on a second.
They said that Miami and Notre Dame aren't compared, and they're not in similar comparisons because Miami's two losses are unranked and Notre Dame's two losses.
Hold on a second. I can screen share this. I'm only gonna play that exact part. So let me find it real quick, and I'll screen share it. Hold on a second. Ben, do you have your TV on?
How would you describe the
my
way
computer on.
Oh, can you mute that real quick, just so I can play this?
That's not me. That's Sean.
Or Sean, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
All right, you're good.
I mean, that makes you feel good hearing that.
All right, hold on a second. Hold on.
Ben, I cannot express how important that Texas loss was.
6-7.
6-7.
But no, and what they're saying is something that I've been saying for 3 weeks.
All right, here we go. Go ahead.
What they're saying is something I've been saying for 3 weeks. Miami and Notre Dame's resume are not comparable at all. Notre Dame, 2 losses in the top 15. Miami, 2 losses now out of the top 25. Notre Dame, the 5th most efficient team in the country, and every win is by double digits. Miami has had multiple games won by singular digits, by 7 points, by a 1-score game. Yeah. That's the difference here, guys. Yeah. But, of course, people just look at the record and assume it's all the same.
Hey, here we go with Ari again. The games have to matter. Oh, well, why even play the game week 1?
That's a good question. Why play the game week 1?
It would not be where they are. Sorry.
But no, Ari has a good wait. Ari makes a good point. Why play the game week 1, Miami? Why cancel it last year when it was week 7, Miami? Why do that, Miami? Why would you do that? They put them in this situation, and guess what? It fucked them. They showed
them next year. I'm telling you.
I pray, or no, Lenore Sellers transferred to Miami.
By the way, speaking of which, the scheduling right now for Miami's either going to be near the weekend before Halloween at Notre Dame, or it's going to be the first weekend of November when they come to South Bend. That's the 2 dates. And you've seen Miami fans now on Twitter. Why? You know what? We should just cancel the game next year at Notre Dame if the game doesn't matter. Like, you guys are pussies. Like, you guys don't want to play us late in the season.
I think what they're saying here is that the games week 1 matter. It matters towards your record, but you can show that the games doesn't show what type of team you are exactly if you lose, and you can show that you're not the exact same team you played like week 1 when you won. What they're saying is that. And it makes sense. This is what we've been saying. And people are just like, oh, you're Notre Dame's just got again because of brand bias. It's like, no, you dumb fucks. What they're saying is this, is that Miami is not good enough as of right now to make the CFP. And that's the big thing. It's not like last year when there was a whole bunch of 3-loss teams and then they were separated with the 2-loss teams. This year, we're probably going to have 3 2-loss teams not make the fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
Last year, it was 1, and it was Miami. Well, Power 4 teams. It was 1, and it was Miami.
I do want to play this, and we're keeping it short so we don't get struck. But we'll play this, and this is for all the Miami fans that have been bitching, moaning, and complaining. This is the people that make the decisions. So here we go.
Close is Miami and Notre Dame in terms of evaluation within the room.
I think when you look, Reese, at Notre Dame and Miami, we really compare the losses of those 2 teams. Miami has lost to 2 unranked teams. Notre Dame has lost to 2 teams that are ranked in our top 13. And so we really haven't compared those 2 teams. They haven't been in similar comparative pools to date. But Miami is creeping up into that range where they will be compared to Notre Dame if something happens above them.
Okay, you guys have talked about putting teams.
So that's that. I again, that's all. It's all we're saying. It has not been close. They're not in the same tier. Yeah,
there's something at the end of that. They will be.
It's if something. I think what they mean by is if Utah or BYU lose, then they're gonna start comparing Miami and Notre Dame.
Yeah.
What they're saying is right now, if BYU or Utah are in the Big 12 championship, but we're not even going to think about comparing Miami and Notre Dame because it's not going to matter. But what I think they're saying is if neither of them are in there, then you have to compare them because then they're right under them. I think that's what they're trying to say. I think what they're realistically doing is that they're comparing it up and down. Okay, where Ohio State's 1, Indiana's 2, Texas A&M's number 3. There's a question between A&M and Indiana. Let's compare the teams. We think Indiana's better. We're going to leave Indiana 2. Texas A&M and Georgia, there's really no comparison there. So they're not going to put Georgia above A&M. Georgia, Texas Tech, there's a comparison there. Let's compare the team. And they're going up and down throughout that. What I think they're saying is this. If BYU and Utah both went out, Miami doesn't have a chance. Miami does not control their own destiny right now. They control it in a way that if they win out, they have a chance, but they don't control it because they need teams above them to lose. Utah might lose to Kansas State and BYU might lose Cincinnati, but yeah.
I also don't think I think if BYU plays for the Big 12 championship and they lose again to Texas Tech, I don't think they're going to drop them below Miami. I wouldn't,
because they're not going to
punish.
They're not going to punish if Miami is not number 12 not number 12, but what is it? They jumped to 13? No, they jumped to 14.
Yeah.
Wait, what did they jump to? Jump to 13?
13 or 14?
They're 13 now because Texas went down. Yeah. So if Miami is not 11, actual 11, AP or college football playoff rank pool number 11, come the end of the next week, if Tuesday after that, if they rank Miami underneath BYU and Utah, they are basically saying there's no way for Miami to make it unless they win the ACC championship.
I just don't think you can. If it was flipped already, that's different. I just don't think you can have Notre Dame so far in front of them and then at the very last second flip them.
That's the other.
I just don't think you can.
I think they're also saying that doesn't confirm Miami's going to make it in either. I think they're also trying to say this is just what's going to have to happen for us to even think about comparing Notre Dame. I think they're even trying to say that even if it does happen, Notre Dame's not getting jumped by Miami because they're not. The Notre Dame is better on resume compared to Miami.
I also think Alabama being behind Notre Dame.
That's just with protection. protection if they don't move Alabama above us.
Yeah, like that's a good. What do you call it? That's a good roadblock too to kind of keep Miami away from us too, because I think Alabama's gonna get in as an at-large before Miami does. I even think.
Well, the real question is got to be this: are they gonna? And I understand. I just said I don't believe it will happen, but it could happen. Alabama wins the SEC championship. Notre Dame drops to 10. Miami's at 11. They flip Miami and Notre Dame. That could maybe happen. I don't think it will happen, but it could happen.
People are already upset about Notre Dame.
Well, yeah, they're upset because they don't want to lose to us.
Oh, Alabama fans. What did he say? Can't see it. Oh Jesus! Here we go. Fucking bitching about the Miami beat NC State by more than Notre Dame did, and Miami beat Notre Dame. That's what that was.
How many points did Miami beat Louisville and SMU by?
Oh Jesus! People are so fucking stupid. I swear to God. But yeah, here are the rankings for this week. I do think it's possible Oregon could lose this weekend. Which, by the way, if Oregon were to lose this weekend, USC is going to skyrocket. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're the committee.
Skyrocket, that puts us up, though. I think that if Oregon loses USC, we make the playoffs.
Like, that's another thing. If USC beats Oregon, USC should move ahead of Miami. Mm-hmm. We're all in agreement, right? Like, that'll be a top 10 win on the road. USC should be ahead of Miami.
Yeah, they should.
If they win that game.
And I think they're telling USC this, like, hey, we don't see you as a playoff team right now, but just like how Oklahoma was, if you beat this top team, we're going to make you a playoff team.
Now, the real interesting thing.
I mean, I think they do, but if they don't, I don't think it impacts Notre Dame that much.
The real question is,
USC will stay in the top 20 if they.
If you're USC and you beat Oregon, how high do they move? Like, where would you slot them in at?
I think they go all the way up to 11 from 15.
I think they go to 10.
They could have an argument to be ahead of Alabama.
Because I think will happen. I think Oregon's going to drop out. I think Oregon's going to drop down. They're going to drop.
So then everybody slides up.
Yeah, they're going to drop down. Everyone's got to slide up, and they're going to put USC right behind Alabama. Or they're going to put USC in between Alabama and Notre Dame, and then give Alabama the chance to jump USC.
Yeah.
This is the one situation where we talk about, oh, hey, compare the resumes, head-to-head matters, because Notre Dame, like USC's only one of their losses to the top 10 team. Notre Dame's one of their losses to the top 10 team. Notre Dame, yeah, they have a loss to the top 13 team, but USC has a loss to another
top 25 team.
Yeah, and they lost by, yeah. So there's comparison there now. You have comparison in this bracket. And you realistically, that's where you're going to use the head-to-head if you want to use it. I think that's what they're trying to say here, is that we're at the point now where 10-2, there's so many 10-2 teams, we can't use head-to-head to decide everything. Because if we use head-to-head to decide everything, then Vandy's got to be in the fucking playoffs. And they don't want Vandy in the fucking playoffs right now. They don't.
I do think...
Georgia Tech should be in the fucking playoffs right now, but they're not going to fucking do it.
Here's another thing. This is what I think will happen, right? If Pitt beats... Well, okay, let's just say Pitt doesn't get ranked, right? For argument's sake.
Let's just say
Vanderbilt has a ranked opponent left on the schedule. If they beat Tennessee, at Tennessee, by the way, they should. No, it's at Tennessee. They played at Vandy last year.
It's at Vandy.
It's at Tennessee.
You want to bet?
I do.
Do we want Pitt to beat Georgia Tech?
No.
Oh, fuck you, Fravel. It was at Tennessee. I thought it was at Vandy last year.
It was at Vandy.
Oh, wait, it's because Vandy fans don't go to games. That's why I kept hearing go Tennessee.
So I think here's my thing. Vanderbilt has a ranked opponent left on the schedule. Vanderbilt beats Tennessee, they will jump Miami. If USC beats Oregon this weekend, they will jump Miami. If Utah wins out, they will stay ahead of Miami. If BYU wins out and makes the Big 12 championship, they will stay ahead of Miami. If Alabama wins out, even if they lose the SEC title game, I could still see them sneaking in. I think they'd be out of Miami.
If you look at it right now, you look at this. If USC beats Oregon, that means USC has 2 top 25 wins. Miami only has 1.
Pete Sampson says college football chair committee says Notre Dame, Miami are not in the same tier. Like he said, head-to-head was not significant. However, he says it could factor in if Miami and Notre Dame gets closer. Feels like there could be a late flip, but can Miami move up? Unlikely.
Like, I don't think Miami has the opportunity to move up.
We got Hard Rock Bets being upset about this shit. If Miami isn't ranked ahead of Notre Dame tonight, the system is broken. Hard Rock Bets tweeted that out. Bruh, I wish that we had no morals.
Hard Rock Bet? Oh, my God.
Yes. I do want to say.
Also, I want to say this. We're all about making sure players don't gamble on their sport. Hard Rock Bets.
Also, like, there's another thing. The ACC champion is going to kick out Miami. Like, they're going to move ahead of Miami anyway. Like,
I'd be happy we're going to fucking shit in the Sherlock.
Here's my thing. I'm going to say this right now. You can clip this. If I'm wrong, so be it. Miami's playoff hopes died tonight. The only way that they will make the playoff is if they win the ACC. In my opinion, their season's done. I
think their chances increased a shit ton moving up past Vanderbilt.
Hey, how much more can they move up? That's the problem. They don't play anybody that's ranked. They're not going to.
If Notre Dame is 9 or 10 and BYU goes to, let's say Alabama wins the SEC, Notre Dame will go to 10.
Yeah.
BYU loses in the Big 12 championship, or Utah slips up somewhere. They only have to move up 2 spots.
BYU will will stay ahead of Miami even if they lose the Big 12 championship. They're not going to penalize BYU for playing a 13th game that Miami couldn't play. I think that's the problem. Teams behind Miami have big games and opportunities to move up. Miami doesn't. Miami's not going to play for the ACC title. I think they've got to have like a 3% chance to play for the ACC title. It's got to be something low.
It's 2.677.
Yeah, fucking like they're not. They're not. I just think they're stuck. I think they're stuck right now. That's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong, but I think your season's done if you're Miami. Get ready to play in the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
My question is this. I do not see any team in the top 12 losing any of the last 2 games. I see Oregon. I'm going to pick USC. Spoiler. But if they don't, I don't see any other team in the top 12 losing the last 2 games.
I wouldn't be. Ole Miss could very easily lose to Mississippi State. Like, it's at Mississippi State, the shit going on with Kiffin. Like, that could shake things up. If Ole Miss loses to Mississippi State,
I don't think they're going to lose to Mississippi.
But it could. That's the thing.
Even with Kiffin, like, no, they're gonna.
That's my thing. Is nobody really? I just don't see anything crazy happening. I think.
What if BYU? What if BYU were? Yeah, we can move on. We spent a lot of time.
It just feels like we're talking in a circle. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And then it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
All
fucking
right,
8:30. Fucking
our game this
ranking.
weekend. Senior day at Notre Dame Stadium. Notre Dame hosts Syracuse. Wish Stephen Jelly was playing in this game, but unfortunately not. Our odds presented by our friends over at Novig. Notre Dame is a 35.5-point favorite at home. The over-under is at 50.5 currently. If you want to go ahead and get these odds, make sure you go over to Novig and use code VOCFBND. Remember, participants must be 21 years or older. And if you have a gambling problem, like our boy Ben, make sure you call 1-800-GAMBLER and get some help. First things first, before we break down the game, Do we like the line? Do we like the spread? Do we like the over-under? What are the plays in this one?
We're not covering 35.5. We're not
Why
covering
not?
35.5. We're not
Why
doing that.
not?
What we're going to do is we're going to cut if we're not covering 35.5. We're going under on this. This is such a Vegas trap line. It probably is going to go up too. Take the play. Bro, dude, I don't give a shit if it's a walk-on team. We're not going to fucking give a shit enough to score. That would mean that we'd have to win 42. I think if we cover 35.5, they don't score a point, we score 42 points.
It could be a Navy situation where we score 49 and they score 10.
Could be. I don't think so.
I think we do.
I think we cover. I think you're starting a freshman walk on the road. Yeah, senior day.
You know who was also a walk on freshman starting on the road? Chad fucking Towers. What do you gotta do when fucking Tony Dorsett goes out there dressed up as Chad Towers? Tony Dorsett. All the names I say is Tony Dorsett.
So I think Notre Dame. I think we're all kind of in agreement. Notre Dame's going to win this game pretty handily. I've kind of talked about this. This could be the very last time that we see Jeremiah Love play in Notre Dame Stadium. Ben, you're going to be at this game, right? Yeah, okay. So we'll both be at this game. So we'll get to see his final game in person.
Ryan's got to cry like a bitch.
I'm going to cry, dude. Like, it's going to be a sad day. But yeah, I personally, like I said, I'm taking the 35.5 and give me picking the over too. What are score predictions for this one?
Y'all are going to the game. Y'all first.
Okay, Frivol, you first.
Notre Dame 49, Syracuse 7.
Syracuse 3, Notre Dame 38.
Oh my God, that's not covering by half a point.
That's what they fucking do. That's what they do. They fucking by the half a point in these games. I know
Notre Dame 45, Syracuse 10.
So you believe in us to make? Wait, you believe in us to make a field goal?
Notre Dame 40.
Let's say you just said you're gonna fucking cover the spread.
Notre Dame 48-10. I think they kick 2 field goals and make them in this game.
Oh Jesus!
You think Syracuse is gonna score a touchdown, but you're just shitting on the freshman walk-on. That's what I think is more crazy. I don't think Syracuse is gonna score that much, but I just don't think we're gonna care enough to score a shit ton.
I think late in the game they'll have a drive like Pitt.
Bro, if Kenny Minchie deep ball to Cam Williams happens, oh my God, I will be blaring Many Men by 50 Cent the whole ride home.
Many Men. Was that the palmy? We got that, huh? All right. Let's go ahead and get into our top 25 pick'ems of the week. All right. First things first. Stanford at Tech. No, I'm just joking.
Fuck you.
Let's see. Missouri at Oklahoma.
Good game.
I'm going to pick Oklahoma.
Fuck it. I want all the chaos. Give me Missouri in the upset.
When you're making your picks, are you picking what you want or what you think will happen?
I think Missouri can win this game. Give me Mizzou.
Can or will?
Can. I think Ahmad Hardy could run wild on this team.
So what we're forgetting is that this thing happens college football called letdowns. Give me Oklahoma to cover 7.5 and give me the under on this game. I think this gotta be a fucking like 20 to like 10 game. Something crazy like that.
If Missouri wins, I'd be ecstatic because I think if Missouri wins, I want, and people can shit on me, I want Miami to make it with Notre Dame. So there's shut the fuck up about this, right?
Yeah.
That's what I want. But I mean, I'm fine.
Stanford. What the fuck's this horse shit?
But I'm going to pick Oklahoma.
Yeah, FCS or SEC teams playing FCS teams in November. It's crazy, ain't it?
Oh, dude, it's such a hard schedule. Like, you don't even understand. Just to think, next week they have to play that. Bro, Alabama has to play fucking UAB? No, or Eastern Illinois. Next week they have to go to fucking 4-8 Auburn. How fucking sad for them.
Miami at Virginia Tech.
At night?
No.
That one, 12 p.m.
Miami.
Dude, Virginia Tech has the opportunity to do the funniest shit. I just don't think that they have enough, unfortunately. Give me Miami.
Miami, I think, blows them out.
I think Miami covers the spread. 17.5 is too low. I don't think Virginia Tech scored more than 10 points.
Louisville at SMU.
Give me Louisville.
Give me this Pony Express in this one.
Louisville.
You know, ironically enough, Miami
You
fans
answered
on
that so
Twitter,
quick after you answered.
Miami fans on
If he
Twitter
said Louisville, I would have thought about taking SMU. I'm not going to lie.
Miami fans on Twitter were arguing with me about that they're more scared of playing Virginia Tech than they are Pitt. That's ironic.
Well, they're probably also more scared to play fucking Virginia Tech than SMU, and look what happened. So they're fucking nuts. Low IQ Miami fans. Shocker.
All right.
Without Jeremiah
Louisville
Love as
wins.
wide receiver.
Well, I guess that doesn't matter. I think I'd want.
If Louisville wins, it sets Miami. It helps Miami to make the ACC championship because it needs to be like a 4-way, 5-way tie for number one for Miami to win.
USC at Oregon.
I'm going to pick USC to beat Oregon. I've said this for weeks that I think this is going to be the slip-up game for Oregon. Now I'm getting more nervous about that pick, but I still think that.
Yeah, it makes me sick.
Game day there makes me a little weary. But
I'm taking the Trojans to beat the Ducks.
We got the fakest fans in the fucking world. USC could be playing Adolf Hitler. Give me Oregon.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Kentucky at Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt.
Vandy.
Kentucky did the funniest thing ever. No, it's Vandy. Vandy's going to win this. Kentucky is not good. Kentucky makes a bowl game for being Vandy. That would be fucking hilarious.
All right. No. Michigan at
Which
Maryland.
technically Vanderbilt's 2 losses are to ranked teams, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Michigan at
Miami
Maryland.
Gentry. Sorry, who Maryland?
Michigan at Maryland. Michigan just
Michigan.
escaped Northwestern.
Michigan.
I'm taking Maryland. Give me the fucking Turtles, man.
Give me Michigan.
All right. TCU at Houston.
Are we skipping the Kansas State Utah game?
We're not
Houston.
picking that
We're not picking that one?
one. No. K-State.
Why?
K-State has no shot.
But
Whatever. We're picking TCU versus who?
Houston.
Houston.
Ranked Houston.
We're picking that game, but we're not picking whatever. Houston's not ranked.
I'm picking Houston.
I guess Houston, but fuck.
Give me TCU.
I swear to God, Kansas State beats Utah, but beat the shit out of you, Frable. I swear to fucking Jesus Christ.
All right, fuck it. Kansas State at Utah.
No, fuck you. No, do not pick Sean. Fuck you. Go on.
I picked Utah. I picked Utah.
No, don't pick. Fuck you, Frable. Go on. We're going on. Fucking dumbass.
Pittsburgh at Georgia Tech. This is a tough one. I'm taking Pitt.
Fuck, I really want to take Georgia Tech now.
Pitt would help us, no?
Pitt would also help Miami.
That helps us, though, because if it helps Miami to put them in the ACC championship, we don't care.
I do think Pitt wins this game.
I will take Georgia
Well,
Tech.
they didn't care about our game, so maybe they care about
I'll
this
take
one.
Georgia. I'll take Georgia Tech.
All right, North Texas at Rice.
That's not a ranked matchup.
It is. North Texas is
What if
ranked.
you get hit by a car?
No, they're not.
Tulane is. Oh my god!
Oh,
I
wait,
fucking
never
hate
mind.
you
Never mind.
so fucking much.
They didn't update it. All right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not gonna fucking update. We didn't pick Utah,
All right.
Kansas State, but we're picking 24 versus fucking unranked.
I think
All right.
Tulane plays Navy.
Tennessee at Florida.
Do that?
Tennessee.
Give me Tennessee.
Give me Florida.
Isn't it like Florida hasn't beaten Tennessee in the swamp in like, or no, Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee hasn't beaten Florida in the swamp in like what, 10 something years? Something crazy. All right, BYU at Cincinnati.
I'm
know who Ben's
conflicted.
taking.
I actually think Cincinnati wins this game. But I don't know if I want them to win because of Miami. I'm going to pick Cincinnati.
I wanted Cincinnati earlier in the year because I want Miami to stay put. Give me the Stormin' Mormons of BYU.
I do think Notre Dame, though, is in no matter what. So I'm not, even though I'm stressed about it, I think we're fine. Committee showed tonight that they want us.
Ben's taking fucking the boys in Clifton.
Give me the boys in Clifton. BYU isn't ready for the gunshots they're gonna hear ring out Friday night. Those Mormon boys are gonna be fucking shivering in their fucking boots when they hear the gunshots Friday night. And I'm actually 2 straight weeks of shootings in Cincinnati, so my prediction might be right. On that. But yeah,
man.
give me Clifton, give me UC.
All right. Well, that's it for our top 25 pick'ems. We had 100 or 600 people tune in tonight. That's crazy. I feel like that's probably the most we've had since we've started this. So shout out to the 600 people that tuned in. If you're on Twitter or you're on YouTube, make sure you go over to the Voice of College Football Notre Dame. Drop a like, comment, subscribe if you like the show. Anyways, guys, me and Ben will be at the Notre Dame Syracuse this weekend. But as always, stay safe, everybody, and go Irish.